I saw the San Antonio Brahmas versus the St. Louis Battlehawks here in San Antonio. I get the channel name might be deceiving, but that's where I'm at. I just want to see if the XFL is worth the time, worth getting into, and if I should be recommending it to you to help this league survive or not. So I'm going to go through the whole experience, getting to the game, the atmosphere in the arena, the game itself, and just what I'm taking away from the whole thing. Firstly, parking was crazy, as any large event is. Luckily, I had cash on me, so we were able to get a decent spot to park. But that's not an XFL specific thing. Got to the arena pretty easily. Walked around inside, found our seats pretty easy, and we got concessions. And again, this isn't XFL specific, but my God, our price is crazy at arenas. Fucking let me find it. $6 bottle of water. Oh my goodness. And it's just 50 cents more for a bottle of soda. A $10 beer. The cheapest thing on here is $2 side cup of cheese. $5 for candy. $5.50 for a pretzel, which they were out of. That's what we wanted, and that's what they're out of course. Anyways, we get to our seats. Pretty chill atmosphere. And then the fucking Rock comes in. Along with other people who, are associated with the league. And in there, in San Antonio, they announce that the championship game is going to be there. I was live when they announced it. Whole arena excited. They picked the right place. I will get more into the crowd, but they picked the right place for the championship game.
San Antonio! We are so excited to award the championship game to this incredible city.
I gotta get tickets now.
The passion, the fandom, the people. This is where our championship game is going to be.
Very much, a lot of theatrics around getting ready and amped up for the game, but the crowd is mostly pretty chill so far. They're definitely into it, but, pretty relaxed environment. The way they did kickoffs in the beginning of this game is definitely very interesting. They're all, the guys are more lined up a lot closer to the returner. Like the returner, like this, the kicker's like over here, kicking it all the way over here. And like here's like the line of the return team and the kicking team. They're all kind of lined up right next to each other, and then there's the returner. And they're all short of the end, like just short of the end zone. I don't know where the kicker is in relation to NFL, so I don't know if it's closer or farther. It's probably farther based on where the ball is landing. But they all kind of, each return ended up around NFL, like 25-yard line. So it's almost like a touchback. I don't know if it's safer. I guess it is. I don't know if it's going to lead to more kickoff returns, because if they can just get one good gap, you would think they'd be gone, but not quite. Because they would get around one guy and then get tackled from behind every time or get pushed out of bounds. So I'm not sure if it's going to lead to more touchdowns or not. If it's safer, I'm all for it. Kickoffs in the NFL have gotten a little more boring just because they're all touchbacks, it seems. So not much to say there.
It's time! Travis football is here!
So, for the game itself, I'll just summarize the whole first half. It was really boring. Honestly, well, that's not true. I'm a fan of football, so I did like it overall. I can't tell. Sometimes it's hard to tell from the angle I was at. It's hard to tell if it was good defense or the offense just being bad. The halftime score was 3-3 with a missed kick by San Antonio, which did lead to the first thing that is probably the most interesting thing that happened in the game. And really, like, that was when the crowd started getting into things, because the missed field goal ball went into the crowd and somebody got it. And eventually security comes up and tries to get the ball back. And the entire area, I'm in the section where it happens. Everybody around the person, like, not everyone, but like there's like a circle around. Everyone's just staring, and everyone is just chanting, "Keep the ball, keep the ball." And he's like, I don't have it. But apparently they were talking to the wrong person. He legitimately did not have the ball. It's the guy behind him. But eventually they get another ball somewhere from the arena. They bring it up and they do a swap. They get a ball swap. He gets to keep a ball. He actually ended up getting 2 balls. They brought him another one, I guess, because he was cool about it. And that was that. But the entire section got super in to that man keeping the game ball. That's when the crowd started getting hyped. I gotta say, I was sitting in the right section to view everything, crowd-wise. And then I noticed that they seem to flip field positions in between quarters and not in between halves. I've been to an NFL game. I think they flip at half. I don't think they do quarters. It was jarring for a second because I was like, which way are they? I was like, what is going on? But they flip field position, like who's going to what end zone at the quarter mark, which was interesting. And it doesn't flip possession. They were at the 30-yard line here, so now they're on the 30-yard line here. Definitely very interesting. I don't know why. I don't know what effect that has, but I don't know. It just seems like a change just for a change, but it doesn't really matter. But with a tied game, 3-3 with a missed field goal, we go into the second half, and San Antonio kind of started to getting it together. They got a field goal and eventually got a touchdown. Throughout the game, they were running the ball pretty heavily, and receivers were dropping balls. I'm not gonna lie, I think the San Antonio quarterback, he looked pretty decent out there. It's hard to really say with receivers dropping balls. Definitely some throws he could have done better. But overall, I'd say he did pretty good. He started to find his connection in the third quarter with number 6 on the team. It was pretty much just him and number 6 kind of going down the field and eventually scoring the first touchdown of the game, the first touchdown in Brahma's history. I was sitting by the end zone on the other side when they scored that first touchdown, so I don't have any real footage of it. But they go for 2, because I think in the XFL either went for 2 or for 1. I'm not sure, but the XFL has different extra point rules. It's not an extra point kick, or from the 2-yard line you go for 2. There's a 1-point try, which is still a normal play. I think from the 1, a 2-point try from like the 2. Maybe it's the 5. I'll have to double check this stuff. But then the 3-point try from the 10-yard line. But anyways, we score a touchdown, and the extra point attempt, no good. So it's 12-3. We're feeling good. It's the fourth quarter. And during the fourth quarter, not much is going on, except a guy in my section is trying to get the wave started throughout the whole arena. It's starting in our section, and it keeps going to this one spot, and it keeps dying off. He keeps trying it. I'm in there. I'm helping. The guy a friend I went with wasn't feeling it at first. And it doesn't look like the wave is going to catch on, but it finally passes the one spot it kept dying at, and it didn't stop. That wave lapped around that place like 8 times. I'm not joking. And there was like over 24,000 people there, apparently.
It's got to be on the line.
But the wave died when, in the game, there was almost a touchdown for the Brahmas, but, just barely missed. And I guess everyone focused on that, and the wave died then. And the guy who started the wave tried to start it again, and everyone was like, dude, we did this already. We don't need to do it again. But, you know, and it was kind of sad seeing him try and try again. He tried to see if he could get it going the other way around. Didn't happen. Impressive wave, though, when it was happening. I mean, it lapped 8 times, but dude, you got that. Take your win and move on. He just kept trying to repeat magic. You can't capture lightning in a bottle. And I should have mentioned this earlier. This place was decently packed. They didn't have like those top upper rows like sold at all. Like those weren't even available, I think. So it's just like half the arena, I guess. But it was pretty full. There's a couple sections that were bare, you know, and I don't mean full sections. I mean like sections within that were you know, pretty lumps of areas without seats. But they said there was over 24,000 people there, and I believe it. It definitely got loud at times. I mean, The Rock got everyone going when there was finally a touchdown. Everyone got up and yelled. I mean, the place was definitely in the game. You know, I was there for the AAF. It was the same thing. San Antonio, like, this place should probably have an NFL team, but it doesn't. But I think they knew that this was the spot to have the championship game. They probably looked at the previous AAF numbers. They probably just, I don't know, man. I guess they just knew San Antonio would get into it, and it is. It is definitely there. The Brahmas definitely have a fan base. But 2 minutes in the fourth quarter happened. The St. Louis Battlehawks score a touchdown. They go for 3. They get it. They're down 3. AJ McCarron is the quarterback for the Battlehawks. I thought the best thing he would do was bring his wife. But he brought his game in the fourth quarter. After nothing, the whole game, they had 3 points up until like 2 minutes into the second half. They score a touchdown. Get the 3 points. And it's like, okay, how does an onside kick work in this league? Because the way it's set up, everyone's lined up way farther. They're closer to the returner than they are the kicker. So how does an onside kick work? You don't do an onside kick. You do a 4th and 15 attempt from your own 20. AJ McCarron converted it. Oh my God. Converts it. Midfield. 1:17 left. A field goal to tie. A touchdown to pretty much win. Roughing the passer. A Brahmas player pretty much jumps into AJ McCarron. He tries to back off, but I'll be honest, it looked like the right call to me, at least based on how games are called nowadays. They move up. They get just enough plays. A final strike for a touchdown. The extra point attempt is no good, but there's like, I think it was like 19 seconds left. And the Brahmas didn't do anything with those 19 seconds. San Antonio lost 18-15 after being up 15-3 with about 2 minutes left. So really, really disappointing ending to the game. But I think the fact that I really felt that disappointment is a good thing. It was really fun to go. The atmosphere was great. I mean, the Alamo Dome was rocking with The Rock in the building. Horns forward all day. I'm here for the XFL. Well, is the game really worth it? I don't know if you should watch it on TV. I'm going to watch it on TV and really tell you how that experience is next week because the Brahmas are on the road. But if you have an XFL team in your area, go to a game. It is definitely a lot of fun. It is definitely a lot of fun. And it's not terrible football. You're definitely not watching middle schoolers play. You're not watching even high schoolers play. Yeah, they're not NFL guys, so don't go in with NFL play levels of expectations. It's going to be cheaper, so expect a lesser product. It is a lesser product than the NFL. Shocking. Who would have thought that? But it is fun. It is good to watch. I don't even think it's bad football. It could be better. Now, I've only watched one game. For all I know, I just saw the two of the best defenses in the league going at it. Like I have no frame of reference yet. So I think we just got to let everything play out, really see how everything plays, but see how it plays out. Go and watch. If you live near an XFL team, check it out. A lot of fun. And that's all I have to say. So please like and subscribe. I got more videos coming up. Thank you.